Hi everyone, welcome to Self-Discovery Support. This is going to be a storytelling discovery session supported by Oracle and Tarot cards. In this session, you may recognize yourself or the person you are connecting to in the characters. I want you to think of this as an opportunity for reflection and growth. There's more information to help you on your journey in the description box when the live stream ends. Please support my work with a thumbs up and subscribe for more. All right, so we're going to start with a blessing. Most High, please guide this reading for the highest good of the collective. And please return all negative energy back to sender. Okay. All right, so we just have a collective reading now that we're going to do. I'm using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and this is the modern day tarot. Okay. All right, so I want to just see what's happening in somebody's story in the collective. All right, so please help me with that. Okay, what's the energy in the collective? All right, we have, all right, there's an energy here of like, we need to fix something. We need to try to find some kind of solution. Like if we are gonna actually like have a relationship, if we actually are gonna have romance, like there clearly is conflict and we need to resolve that type of energy is what I have here. And it's also like somebody wanting to take the responsibility for that and make the first move. It feels like this could be like coming towards someone to open up. Yeah, okay. And that could be part of like the resolving of the conflict as well. Okay, communication. A lot of communication incoming is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's keep that up there. All right, so I find out about this conflict then first. Okay, so what was the issue in this connection that's coming up here? Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Ten of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. All right, kind of feels like there's somebody here that the conflict really started. Yeah, okay. It feels like because whoever this is right here, I'm getting that is like one of the people, right? More than anything. But it could be a shared energy, as it often is in these situations. There's somebody here that they really were not happy with the way that something was going, the outcome. And so they started to become like more defensive, like, I don't like how things are going, so I'm not open. It's like the openness to the connection started to close down, if I can say it that way. Yeah, it just wasn't there anymore. The hearts weren't open anymore. The way that when you start something and you know you have a crush or whatever, and your hearts have to open up for that, it's like this person is like, this is not what I expected. It's not going the way I thought. Maybe somebody got a little bit bored at the pace of things, what they thought would happen. And yeah, it's almost like, and then the decision was kind of like, well, I'm not going to give anything to this anymore. Yeah, it feels like a disposability about how somebody approached a relationship here or a connection with you. Or this could be, if this sounds like you, then you know, take it as you may on either side. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups at the Tower. It's somebody that who is like walking away from Okay. Somebody left this connection to pursue, well, let me just say it this way. Somebody left the connection when, just at the time when the two of you could have been trying to build something that would be stable. So, and that created some kind of big upheaval, right? Somebody clearly didn't expect this. I don't expect you at the moment that we're planning to create some kind of structure for me and you, maybe even work together, even maybe for some people it's even getting married or having a family, whatever it is. Something that was going to be like long term between us, somebody just kind of like walked away. Okay, so let me ask then, why did you walk away? Knight of Swords, something could have been happening too quickly. Somebody could have felt that things were happening too quickly, or there were too many bits of strife, maybe. We're having too many quarrels here. So this is this, right? This is somebody that doesn't want to face conflict. And here's something that I learned in my life is that conflict is actually good, because conflict afterwards, you really feel like you know the person more. So in the beginning phase, you're going to have conflict as you kind of navigate each other. So if you keep walking away, then it gives the relationship no chance to really deepen. And I'm not saying conflict where there's like violence is good. That's not good. But this kind of like, I see something one way, you see something another way, is actually important to get to know your partner and to deepen intimacy. So somebody feels like they made a call. It's like I made a judgment call that, okay, this isn't going to satisfy me, and I'm just not going to pour into this situation anymore. All right, let's see why this tower is here. Yeah, because it feels like maybe both parties, but it feels like one person at least really wanted this. This was the relationship or the connection that they wanted. Yeah, okay. And you know what? This can even be the person that walked away. But I am thinking that it's more about the avoidance of upheaval or conflict. It's like they see it as something very catastrophic, and it felt like, oh, the dream that we have for this connection is no more. It's just that this person wanted to close a cycle, maybe close a cycle of like this banter, conflict, negotiating your side, my side. They just couldn't, they didn't want to. Okay, what's this Ten of Pentacles? What were y'all building here? Yeah, it was building towards the relationship, really. It was at the, it feels like with the Knight of Cups, it was at the beginning stage. Somebody at least had expressed interest. Somebody, like, this was moving to the romantic. And then it feels like with everything that happened, somebody like just shut down a whole heap, okay? A whole lot. Eight of Wands. I shut down and then move away quickly to close this cycle out. Okay, so whoever did this feels like they're, I don't know, it feels like, to me it feels like they read this part of a relationship where maybe, especially if you have two strong personalities, or you have two people that are raised at different times, different places, different generations, different family backgrounds, ethnicities, all these things, you're gonna see things differently. And especially also if you have like very strong, high-spirited people, you're gonna have this type of conflict. But it feels like somebody felt like they didn't want this at all. Let me just look at the nature of this conflict here. Five of Cups. Oh, it's almost like somebody is saying like, I wish I hadn't done this thing. I wish I hadn't Okay, could somebody have been saying like, I feel like I regret this relationship? Something's toxic. The way that we're working things out is toxic. It's okay. So somebody could have been calling the other one out and saying, okay, the way that this is going, I'm regretting going down this road, which can be so hurtful. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that's a truth that was being spoken. The fool. Yeah. I'm regretting jumping into something before like knowing everything about it. It's like somebody's seeing the blockages. Ooh. Somebody, okay. I think it's the person that walked away is saying that they saw something to do with like manipulation. They saw something toxic in this situation and they had to leave because it's like maybe they went in too quickly. Okay, why did we go in too quickly? Somebody's saying that they didn't know all the truth. Maybe they weren't being very discerning. Okay. All right. So this is a little bit more about the nature of the conflict. Now I want to know about how this person is thinking to solve things. Now who's coming? Yeah. Okay. How do we want to solve things here? Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. All right, it's saying here that first of all, they want to try to make sure that they right wrongs and that you recognize. So if this is you collective on the other side, this person wants to make sure that they acknowledge, okay, some things were not fair here, some things weren't right, and I'm going to try to make things right. But I really want you to acknowledge that I'm doing that. Right? I want you to see this as like me trying. Okay, so they want to kind of be validated for that. Okay. Um they also may want to try to be more intentional with you. Like, let me offer you something that is going to feel like a possibility that you could take towards me emotionally. So is it like I could offer you a date? Would you want to go out with me? Would you, I could bring you, well, there's quite literally flowers here. Um, I, well, there's other things. Okay, somebody could want to buy you something as well. There's a lot of like money and like shopping and all of that. So it's like something that is like a peace offering is what I get. And it's like you are going to recognize this as something that is like meant to sweeten things, pacify things, make you feel better about the situation, right? And with this Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, this person might want to sneak in a little bit of like the passion, right? Because that's like the makeup part as well. They also could be hiding. Maybe, okay, this person might also hide. As I was saying, they're sneaking in, but they could also be hiding how excited they are, how much desire there is as well. Because it's like they're really trying to lay the groundwork for more. It feels like Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is somebody that, okay, I don't know if y'all were having issues with like other people in your relationship or like somebody being confused. It feels like this person is gonna try to well, they're saying they want to suppress that. If you're having issues with like multiple people, this person wants to suppress that side, hold back, try to be a little bit like more, have more like, it feels like self-discipline here because they're with the Empress is what it feels like, right? Because having gotten you would be the Empress. But here's the thing with this feels like denying your true self, right? How long is this gonna last? So, okay, that's something you have to think about if you relate to being this Empress person. Okay, person here, how are you resolving this issue? Because this is the thing, right? I can't deal with conflict. How are you resolving this issue of not being able to deal with conflict? And these came out decidedly in the reverse. Okay, let's see. Queen of Pentacles. No. Over here. Okay. Emperor in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. There's 3 people here. Okay. I don't think this person has given it a lot of thought. The thing, I kind of get that they would be following your lead. If you are the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress energy, they would be looking to follow your lead. Because this person might be saying, I won't follow my lead because I know that this Emperor in reverse can be a little bit, well, immature, can be controlling, can be wants things their own way, can also be a little bit narcissistic. I'm not saying a narcissist, I'm saying narcissistic, right? It's 2 different things. One has the traits of, and one is like a personality disorder. But okay, so Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm also not going to be following, maybe this is somebody else, right? I'm not going to be following any of the other people in my life. I'm going to be trying to follow your lead. All right, so let's see here. I think now would be a good time to get some advice for you. Like, okay, how could you improve things? How could you, ooh, King of Swords. This is like developing discernment, making firm, clear decisions for yourself, right? The King of Swords is wise. And they're wise because they take the time to listen to their intuition, to learn from all that's gone before, and to develop wisdom over time. 10 of Cups. Okay, and it's always like, let's always default to trying to create the togetherness, the happiness between us type of thing. And the Hangman is maybe gaining perspective, maybe looking at things from a different angle. Yeah. And also with the 3 of Swords, it's like processing our emotions on our own so that we don't spill out any past hurts onto people. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot here for y'all. We have we're at 1816. Is there anything else that let's see the other person, because it hasn't really talked about the other person, the one who's on the receiving end, which could be y'all. What's going on for you? We have the mice and the fox and the magnifying glass or the looking glass. All right, so collective, if you are on the receiving end of this person we've been talking about, King of Swords, Emperor in reverse type of thing, this person could have been, yeah, you could have felt like this whole thing just went downhill. And you could also feel like there's a lot of like scheming, and it's like things you had to like look closer at. Like it feels like I can't trust this, right? If I'm putting myself in your shoes, it's like you can't really trust what this person says. And you owe the degrading of the relationship and the frustration here, the inability to connect with the fact that it's like you always feel like this person has a scheme going. And it's like you always have to like be picking through what they're saying to get to the underneath. I almost got something when I put this card down. It's like this person would do things to buy themselves time. You could be looking at like, should I give this person a new start? Like you're really examining, because I think, well, who would want to make that mistake again, right? But your person is seeming to want to make some changes. Advice for you. Okay. This is the, I'm just gonna show you this. This is the man card, and this is the snake, right? Um, I think your instincts are right, collective, if this is you, that you are the one asked, you know, that this advice came for. What do you do with this person when they come back? You're right. They are not, they're still not like centered, because they're looking to you for to lead the way, which is like, that means I still don't have a central moral compass for myself. This guy is coming up as like, I'm gonna pull one more before I kind of call it on that. I don't know. This guy is coming up as somebody that would still be manipulative. There's something about their public face. Yeah, I don't, yeah, this is not great at the center of the thing about him. Okay. But it's the advice, so it's like you do have to look out for that. I don't, yeah, I'm gonna get the tarot because I want to make sure you have the right answer here. Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Okay, you know what, with this person, it's like you always will have the anxiety of, will they actually be reciprocal in a relationship with me? Because it feels like this person is so preoccupied with manipulating things the way that they want that they totally forget to participate in their relationship, which is the main thing that would keep the relationship, right? Yeah, I don't think this person is ready. It's not somebody that, with the Nine of Swords, the snake, yeah, it's not somebody that I think right now is somebody you would invest in, maybe ever, right? Maybe if this was just a lesson. And so I'm going to just ask that as we close out the reading, what's the purpose of this connection? This connection was meant to teach you, collective, if this is the person you've been dealing with, to be more patient in love, to build blocks, to, in other words, not to rush into anything, which we saw here. You said, you know, why did I rush this? It's to teach you how two people can kind of come together. It doesn't have to be high passion. It can be slowly building towards something. And that's actually the secure way to do things, and showing like investment slowly over time. That's how, that's your lesson, right, for this collective. Okay, so let me grab the zodiac charms. If you like this, if you feel like there's something you saw of yourself or your situation in this, then please give a thumbs up, and thank you for staying here. All right, so this is going to be you or your person in Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. All right, we have Pisces, we have Virgo, we have Capricorn, Libra, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Aquarius, Aries. Okay, all fire signs, 2 air signs, 1 water sign. No, 2 water signs. Yeah. Okay, so this is your reading. If you like this, please subscribe, please thumbs up, and I will see you on another reading. Take care.